Yo, today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Your online activity should not be public, so protect yourself at expressvpn.com/achievement.
Startled me.
What are you doing here?
Welcome to our room. This is Off Topic, and today on Off Topic, we are sponsored by ExpressVPN. Stop putting your online data at risk. Get protected at expressvpn.com/RTTV or /Off Topic. It actually said Off Topic that one time, and I looked away, and now I look like a fool. Don't go to RTTV. Go to. I'm sure it still works, but we want credit for /Off Topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got them there.
Yeah. Unlike then when we do the midday streams, we'll say RTTV. We're still the same people.
Yeah.
We're sending them everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. Who sent you? We did.
It was us.
It was us.
Yeah.
Speaking of is us. Hi, I'm Michael. We got Lindsay. We got newly married Larry.
Married.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's official.
Newlywed.
Oh.
Yeah,
Here,
wow.
grab the Coca-Cola.
Oh!
Look at it.
This
mine's
episode
not
isn't
official.
sponsored by Coke, but it looks like it.
I'm gonna.
Matt.
No, this is like an official. I'm gonna put that
me?
down. It's not official.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wait.
cheap hack.
And Alfredo.
It's a training.
It's
a
a
training.
promise.
Promise ring?
You're
It's
in
a
training.
promise. For years, people figuring that out. Is he married? No. It's a promise ring.
Also, like that was always weird to me because it's like, what if you just wear jewelry though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's called the ring finger, right? Like I get that's usually where you put a wedding ring, but what if you just want to wear rings?
Yeah.
I don't. It was weird to me to always just assume ring. You must be married.
I don't know. I've heard of people offsetting it with like this style of ring, like if it's not what we would associate as
Here's
a
the thing.
wedding ring.
Why?
the thing is, like,
Why do I have to do the work
I
to
agree.
appease you?
Well, the
looking at
thing
my
is, like-
finger?
Exactly. It's your
Don't
body.
look at my
Do what
fucking
you wanna do.
finger.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, for
Look at this
like
finger.
women, there's actual like promise rings. Like Jackie has a promise ring, but for men, it's all the same thing. It's just a fucking like
It's
wedding
just-
band.
You put metal on your body.
Yeah. There's
That-
no
that's
That's
like.
There you
what
go.
the right hand is for. This is like
Just having fun.
This is like the no married ring. Yeah. So yeah, then
Too many rules.
So if your
Too many
hands,
rules.
if your hands were a mullet,
Wear whatever you
it's
want.
Front side for business,
Yeah.
fun side. Okay, got it.
Left
okay,
is
cool.
business.
Right hand's
Oh, this is
way
all.
back.
This is all business.
Right,
yeah.
the party in the back. Okay.
Now, are you right-handed?
I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, there's a
That's
connection here. That's
important.
why.
Did you
That's why.
forget?
Yeah.
That's very important.
I was like, it was like
Look
the L.
at your hands.
Wait, so did you not
Am
know
I
what hand was which?
left-handed?
I was just like, that makes the L. So yes, I'm right-handed. I
Yes.
was like pen in. Dude, it's your technology. I'm just
got
all the
you.
time.
Ready, Teddy,
Yeah,
left,
makes you
Lucy?
forget about which hand.
Yeah, you know. It's fine.
Yeah,
I don't
this
think
one. I'm this
technology
handed.
ever made me forget my hands.
I have been told that people who fillet themselves with their hand and their penile.
excuse me.
Hand,
Wait,
bear with
fillet-
me.
It's on masturbation.
Yes,
that's-
hear me out.
Fillet
Yes.
is different. Is in the mouth.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You can't do that.
Listen, I'm
that's
sorry.
that's why everyone's jumping in.
Well, if
People
your
don't
hand
get-
was a
people don't
mouth
got
in your
mouth
brain,
There's like
listen,
a well,
That I know of.
there's a
Not
dude
yet.
in
So, like-
Naruto's got mouth hands.
soon.
Can you?
But
That guy
he can
that
suck
guy
it.
can fillet
He can
himself.
just he can sit on this podcast.
Other
Yeah, he'll be like, yeah.
I'm taking notes.
Now
Go on.
we're
also
also my fingers
He's
all
also
in
the
tandem
one
to make a mouth. All right.
I love all this leading to. I've been told you don't use your dominant hand. You use non-dominant because you shake hands with your dominant hand. So you're like, dude, this is like my jack-off hand. Don't shake hands with your jack-off
Yeah,
hand.
but you
That's-
don't.
You're gonna wash your hands
care.
between.
Wait, shake
Yeah.
hands
Nobody
with your
jacks
jack-off
off before a
hand.
business meeting.
during.
Well, some people probably.
on.
I don't want to speak for others.
Well, then I
I'm
guess
sure
worse
some
than,
people-
Like,
worse
you
than
can
that,
be
then
jacked off.
when you go over someone's house, don't sit on any of the furniture.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything or
Don't
look at
touch-
anything
yeah.
or breathe anything.
I try not to.
Here's what you do. Both people filleting themselves with their hands or people shaking their hands. Just wash your fucking hands.
Yeah,
okay?
it's simple.
Before, after,
the wash-
potty, whenever. Just wash your hands. Okay? Everything's yuck.
Just
Yeah, you-
banged it out. You
Everything's
wash
yucky.
up.
Exactly.
Cool, whatever.
But like
You wash those hands, new hands.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Brand new
because
hands.
I feel like if you were a serial like meeting jerker, like where you're like, I need a wank to get into this meeting to get through this, you're gonna give
What
yourself
if you
10
need a
minutes
meeting
before the
to
meeting.
get off? It's like I'm solved unless I know there's a meeting.
That could be an adverse effect.
It's like, oh man,
it's like-
I can only climax if I constantly hear the
That's what I'm
sound of
saying.
someone entering and exiting Discord.
But I feel like you would schedule the time in. You're like, I have 15 minutes before the meeting, gonna rub one out,
right,
wash my
at 3
hands,
o'clock.
and then nice to meet you.
Some days,
You know, yeah.
some days just a midday rub.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, your hands are so soft.
I know.
Oh, that's wrong.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't think left hand would. I don't. Just
Too unfamiliar.
the right
have
just
the control.
Unfamiliar.
the right's just a dominant
You
hand
don't like
for
the
me.
mystery of it all?
Stranger,
You know.
The
There's no
adventure.
mystery if it can't
Yeah,
get
sit on it
done.
for a
Yeah.
second.
I
brain
can
all the
control
time.
increments of grip and
Who's this
tug
necrotic
and grip
man?
and pull. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like left hand, just like the slider isn't as detailed on the left hand. That's
Right.
what I'm trying to say.
Alfredo, what's the HBO show with Macaulay Culkin's brother? It escapes me now.
That's
Oh,
Succession.
Succession.
Yeah.
Which
He
another
was a
season's
meeting
coming.
jerker.
Please. Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm not saying he was successful. Very debatable.
What?
You guys watch
What
the
do you
show.
mean?
I mean, like
the whole family
emotionally,
has.
like,
He was
money.
born into
like
success.
how fucked up. Like
Yeah,
what is
that's-
success?
We didn't say if they weren't fucked up or not. You just said if they were successful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
like
money.
yeah,
Isn't just
right.
success.
Right now is like
It
peak
is.
time for meeting jerkers,
Someone's
right?
Yeah, it was a
actually, I'm not
Tubin,
even
right? The
finished
guy that was
Someone is.
the reporter dude,
is.
Jeffrey
Oh,
Tubin.
no,
yeah.
Finish the
Where
rest
he
of that.
where he was in the wrong chat and had the video up and then was like, like to all the reporters and shit. And he got his job back.
Insane.
Dude, there have
Yeah.
been people who have like
Get him out.
been streaming on Twitch and
They
wrote
have.
stop streaming or just forgot and said bye
Or
chat
just forgot.
and then
Yeah.
and then we're just like bye chat. All right, you gonna start the search. Ooh, all right.
Now it's time for me to
I'm
stand
Just like,
up.
why immediately after
Dude.
that
With my
are you
uplip?
like, let's do it?
My uplip
The
does.
dude standing up is what we were
The
getting
dude
at.
that was like, it was a disabled streamer and then thought he turned off his stream and then got up and walked away. And everyone
Sack of
went,
shit.
what the fuck?
Fuck you.
Oh yeah. Dude, there's
Ooh.
some
Yeah.
insane like people getting caught doing things that, you know, they thought they weren't streaming and they were offline. Yeah, I just play Pokemon.
Yeah,
Unite.
it's
That's
easy.
what I've been
It's
doing
easy.
recently.
Just play video games. Have fun.
Yeah, I play
Don't-
video games and
don't
I go
try anything.
stop streaming.
I hate
and then I
Nintendo.
turn off my camera.
No, I love them, but it's like they
Okay.
put that game out the day that I flew to Indiana for my wedding.
Yeah, they were like, this will.
and I'm like, now I'm
Thank
a
you.
week behind. I only
Larry's
just got
gone.
a Lonely
Yeah, I
Ninetales.
mean,
Yeah,
Larry,
and I hate
well,
you
Larry,
because of that.
Same
Same thing.
Incinerate soon, and
There you go.
we're
Yeah, I'm a
That's
couple-
actually
a couple
funny. I didn't
days
think
out.
about that because we played it yesterday for the stream. And I saw Larry in the chat and he was like, oh man, this game looks fun with a group. And my first thought was, how have you not played this?
Just spent a
And
week
that
in
just
Indiana.
blew me away. Like,
Yeah.
Larry, Pokemon? I assumed you'd be
was-
all over this game already.
It was
Now
literally
makes sense.
it was Fall Guys season
I
5.
just assumed he was a liar.
It was Pokemon Unite, and it was with Death's Door. That's the Crow Zelda,
Oh,
right?
man.
It was
He
all of
started
those.
on
Death's
Death's
All of
Door.
those the day I left.
Oof.
Just had, and I was spending all my time like
Dude.
prepping for the wedding,
Here's
not
my question.
sleeping.
Larry was just like at the ceremony going, look, hey, if
Yeah,
we could,
let me wrap this up.
I
if
do,
we
I
could
do,
just
I do,
get
I
to
do.
the
I do.
I-dos, then I could,
I
you
did
know,
almost-
celebrate and then play.
I almost brought my Switch for like the because I knew we had to get to like the wedding kind of early.
Yeah,
to, like, you know,
hours early.
hours early, take pictures or whatever. But I was like, there's gonna be downtime.
Oh, for sure.
Of any
my
wedding
Switch.
Larry would understand, I would think.
Yeah.
Like, is anyone object? And Matt's like, hang on,
Hold on,
go ahead.
dude. 15 kills.
Now here's my question, Larry. Thinking about the release timing with that and your wedding, did you invite Nintendo to your wedding, or did you
No,
neglect to?
that was
the
it.
whole company.
That was it. I was like, hey Reggie,
Rough.
get fucked.
They
were like,
Blocked
Look,
out.
it's
And
We're-
then
we're
Reggie
family,
kept going,
close friends
I
only.
don't work here anymore. And he hung up. Leave me alone.
That game is, it's a MOBA, so it's really difficult. But I mean, it's an easier MOBA than
It is.
most, if not all, which is nice. And we had a lot of fun. I mean, we got our ass kicked a couple times, but yesterday, once we kind of got into the groove and rhythm, we had some fantastic team fights, and it was a good time. I had a match yesterday after work hours where we were down and we were just like, oh my goodness, like we're not gonna have enough time to kill Zapdos, right? Which gives us the buff to allow us to score like double points, score fast, like instantly essentially. And then we're like, all right, well, then just leave Zapdos. And then my one friend who was very like skilled was just like, no, kill Zapdos. We get 20 points for just killing him. So then we killed Zapdos, and immediately the time ended, and we won by 19 points. And I was like, oh, I was like, holy shit! I didn't know that was a thing, but now I know. Like,
That's awesome.
We were just all like, there's not enough time. We all started walking away, and he's like, no, kill him. You get 20 points.
That's great.
And it counted towards something. Wow.
It's
It meant something.
that Zapdos is like the snitch, dude. It's
Because it's 20 points double score.
well,
everything
get,
undefended.
You get double score at the last 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
No matter what. Yeah, the undefended is like super helpful. I know I did like one of those like little sneaky ones where you see the whole team on Zapdos, and I'm like, I'll use my ult right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's dead.
Just
Go.
Steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
it's fun.
We didn't do it during our playthrough, but I like in the playthroughs I've done because I played a little bit with you.
Yeah.
Learned some things, took some notes.
We played some ranked.
We did. I've been only playing ranked since then, and I've really enjoyed it. But I like when my group goes around Zapdos when it spawns, and we're just hiding in the bushes, and then we go, like the other team runs, and we go, get him. Like, everyone runs in, just fucks them up.
Yeah, I mean, if you coordinate it properly, right? It's like you let the other team start Zapdos, let them burn their abilities and possibly even their ults, and they get fucked up because Zapdos is attacking them, and then you just pounce in and you dump all of your abilities and ults on the other team, and then they die, and you have a little bit of time trying to burn Zapdos down.
It's weird.
fun.
There's been several times where I get there with my team, and I'm like, Zapdos is fresh. Did we just leave? Like,
Yeah.
did we let someone else do it?
Did someone
Like,
lose a contact? I've just seen people crawling around on the floor in there with a bright light on since before the show started.
Oh, no.
It's like, someone lost a lens.
Michael's working on tech behind.
Oh, I can tell. It was a loud thump. That's why I looked over, and he was just crawling around on the
Thumping and
floor.
crawling. Just working that floor.
He's playing Unite on the floor. I see him. He's holding
Yeah,
the solution.
yeah, it's okay.
He's like, I'm jungling right now.
Oh, yeah, you can't see me.
You can't, yeah.
He was shocked because I pointed it
I
out.
just like that. I've only had like maybe like a month's worth of experience in like MOBAs. I played League for a whole month, and I chose the jungle role, which is like, go into the jungle and level up there, and then gank, which is like essentially pounce in the different lanes. And so I like that I could bring just my small little experience into like our play of MOBA. And then so like when they'd be like, oh, they're so strong, I'd be like, oh man, like they're fed, they're beefy, they're fed, like we
Guess ain't
fed
that.
them and stuff like that. And there's like, just the people go, oh man, they're fed, shit, they're fed, no, they're so fed. So yeah, I don't know, it was fun. I like it because it's Pokemon.
Yeah. I think that also kind of helps, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you already know everybody coming
Favorite
in.
character or movesets?
Gengar with his Hex is pretty broken right
Yeah.
now.
I'm all Absol right now.
Oh, yeah.
I've
You
got
did say
like
like
my
Absol.
scope lens all maxed out.
I've only played a little bit. I like the support roles, so I'm enjoying Eldegoss. I want a supporter who
Eldegoss is
heals.
awesome.
Because Eldegoss like has the heal at the beginning, and then you lose it.
Yeah.
And then I don't like Mr. Mime.
See, I like being supported, but I hate healing.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
got
first off, he's a
annoying
freak.
wall.
But second off, like
that's
dealing with the
mostly
wall,
it.
it's too
Yeah.
much.
Stole
I'm
Ash's
too
mother
dumb.
from him.
Yeah. Wait,
Ash's,
from him.
Yeah,
Ash's mom
basically.
does love Mr.
I mean, you kind of have to play like as much as like it's like, oh man, like my favorite Pokemon is there. It's like, oh, I love Venusaur, but like Venusaur is like trash tier, and so whenever like anyone sees
trash,
Venusaur-
Matt.
He's all right.
Did you design this game, by
He's
the way?
bottom.
I know.
Fucking
It's
Absol,
like
you have
every one of
Venusaur,
my favorite Pokemon are sitting
Talonflame.
there.
How do you
Yeah,
play
like-
Slowbro? Because that's what I go for now.
He's all right.
Okay.
Slowbro's
Yeah,
like, he's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
bad.
I let him
But
go.
it's funny
Sports,
because like yesterday, one of my friends was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play like Charizard," and I was like, "All right, sure, maybe he's a cracked out Charizard." And so, yeah, like if you're really skilled, then you can make anyone
Yeah.
work. You'd be at a disadvantage, but you can make it work. And then after like 2 times of like nothing, I went, okay, you gotta switch off of Charizard, bro. Like you gotta let it go. And then it's funny because the whole time Jackie was playing top lane and just kept going, this Snorlax just keeps slamming his ass on top of me. Because he has a move where he just like fucking jumps and slams his ass on you and stuns you. And then I was like, well, get rid of the fucking crab, and then you get a Snorlax and you slam ass harder. And I was like, if Snorlax slams ass
Ass
on you,
against ass.
you gotta slam ass back.
Off with their ass.
Yeah, she was
off with
low
their
on
ass.
Ninetales, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
See, I haven't gotten to the point yet where like I've upgraded shit. I don't know when you unlock that.
That's the
when
pay
you
to win
start, like,
portion of
well,
it.
Matt just said he did. How much did you pay?
None.
Yeah, I'm like,
See,
I
he
didn't
was
pay.
like, I maxed my silly scope or
unlocked-
whatever he just said.
Yeah. I mean, I put
level
everything
30?
into it. It's level 20. 6 right
It's
now.
not maxed.
It's not 100%.
So then is your 2 other items lacking? Then?
Yeah, they're
My
just
arm
there.
again.
Oh, okay, that
Level
makes
7.
sense.
I have,
Never mind.
I
I didn't put
have
anything
2
in.
level
Yeah.
1 items. Is that? I need more.
Is one the apple?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
See, I'm,
No,
I'm doing the 3 items,
No.
and I'm trying to like evenly spread them because then sometimes those
I
items are
looked
used
at-
towards other characters too.
I looked at Pikachu's and it looked like
Thought
the
about
good
that.
items for Pikachu. I can't remember. I can't
I
remember what
put
they are.
26
I've
into
got,
the
and
headband.
it will.
I've
kill.
got the little clamshell, which is like,
Oh, shell bell.
yeah, I've got
Like
the
special attack.
I got the shell bell. I have the
Shell bell,
glasses.
Yep.
And then there's another one I can't remember, but I don't have it unlocked yet. I'm like level 7 or 8 or
Yeah.
something. You unlock it at 10.
It's-
And as I've read, those are 3 like good Pikachu ones for
Yeah.
Pikachu's skill set.
It's like this MOBA is fun because it's just complex. Like MOBAs in themselves are complex, but this is just complex enough where like you have some depth, right? Where it's just like, cool, I use these 3 items and I level them up, and that's what I use. And then it's like, oh, cool, I have like 2 moves in my ultimate. All right, cool, I use this, and then like you learn how those moves work in tandem with each other.
Yeah.
It's not like an actual like MOBA where it's like, all right, so you got to level 2, here's 50 items, which one you taking? And
Yeah.
it's just
So,
like,
dude,
it's like,
well,
oh
that's
my
like-
god,
It's like
what
complex for
Yeah.
7-year-olds.
Yeah.
Or the perfect level for us.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
And, like, I was thinking about that like with Smite, where I'm like, dude, I enjoyed Smite in
Smite
the tutorial.
is simpler too, yeah, but
Yeah.
still
And
like,
then,
so
like,
complex.
I
Or
get
you
in
do
there
HOTS,
and-
Heroes of the Storm,
Yeah.
which really
I'm thinking
unites more like Heroes of the Storm.
a little bit more.
Simpler.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Purple. The world has been trying to keep us from getting a good night's sleep this year, and in the summer, it's even harder. It's hot. I'm sweaty, but at least I've got my Purple pillow to sleep cool and comfortable no matter what. Purple pillows and mattresses have the grid, a unique ventilated design that allows airflow and keeps you cool even though it's basically 1,000 degrees outside, especially in Texas. It's hot, okay? The grid is also amazingly supportive and cushioning and bounces back as you move and shift. None of that I'm stuck feeling you get with memory foam, which remembers sometimes a little bit too much. But it's quite warm now. It's the middle of summer. We're almost into August. Very hot in Austin, Texas. The Purple pillow, easily the most comfortable pillow I've ever used, and very breathable. You're never hot. My head's never sweating. It's very good. Highly recommend it. Try your Purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns. Financing is available too. Purple is comfort reinvented. Right now, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/offtopic10 and use promo code offtopic10. That's purple.com/offtopic10. Promo code offtopic10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/offtopic10. Promo code offtopic10. Terms apply.
I like
yeah.
MOBA playing, and I never really got into it aside from when we did the Smite crossover with Ruby. So check it out if you haven't. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I really like just the characterization of MOBA games that I've seen or played through before. Like I have an interest in things like Smite because there's heavy mythological influence. I'm like,
yeah,
oh hell
Yeah,
yeah!
and that's like I was
Yeah.
super into like everything
Yeah.
about Smite. And
It's like,
then,
yeah, I'm just gonna be Loki in
Yep.
a jungle, or I'm gonna be Thor, and I'm gonna fucking
It was-
just jump into the sky and then like,
We'll talk Loki in a second
dive
too. I watched the
into-
first episode with Michael.
But it was like I get into Smite and I'd be like,
I did.
okay, I can start
was there.
buying things. What do I do
That's
with
why-
all these things to buy?
Yeah.
Lindsay might have finished it. I'm almost.
Yeah, I was like, I
Okay.
did.
Lindsay,
I promise.
Lindsay said I watched the first episode.
I saw the
And
judgment.
usually Lindsay watches pieces of what Michael watched.
get
And
bored.
Michael told me earlier that seen.
I've started.
like,
I've started the episode.
Stopped it
I've
like
started
5 times.
Well, I've never stopped it. I just go to sleep, and then it's in the middle of episode 4. I started episode 1 like 3 times. I get
Yeah.
a little bit.
So then I
further
went,
each night.
okay, where's that put Lindsay?
May have seen more than I have.
Awake as Michael
I'm
was
like-
sleeping, yes.
I was trying so hard to calculate
Trying to
that.
remember like where it ended.
started
in
and stopped-
episode 1.
You
I'm not
started and
sure.
stopped it
I'm
3
not sure how far
times.
I've got.
Hey,
And
Michael.
Lindsay watches pieces.
What do you
But
got?
together,
Here.
if we drift. we've seen
Also,
the
I
whole
have this.
episode.
So Tyler's been working on this. Thank you, Tyler. I think they just cut around you entirely. They wanted no part of it.
They cut to me, which is.
It
so
was.
choice.
They were like, Tyler's coming. Cut away,
sorry.
which I thought was weird. He put so much work into this. Been talking to him about this, and so this was like me going silly at home. I have my mixer now, right? And then we've been doing off topic forever, and now I'm like, oh man, it sucks though. I come here, I don't have my mixer anymore. So he made me one. He said he
Golden soundboard.
He said he 3D printed this soundboard.
Yeah.
The golden
Or like the
soundboard.
actual case itself. But you see, it's
They
got
have ones with custom plates now.
it's got little modules on it, and you think like, oh, how many are there? But then you click it, and it's like there's
yeah.
pages,
Oh.
and pages,
Oh my
and
God.
pages,
Yep.
and
It's
pages. And I clicked through a couple
It's a
before
unique
we
system.
started, but you know, I might slowly, much like you know, you putting your toe into Pokemon, I might slowly master this as the episodes go on. Right now, let's just start with the random. Oh,
That was a good
it didn't-
silent one.
Here's the thing. I thought random meant it was gonna play a random sound. It was just a folder of
Folder full of
random
random.
things. Random would be good though.
That was
Tyler.
random, though,
Let's
Michael.
add a
Didn't
random.
expect that.
I sure
folder
didn't
was
expect.
random.
This is just this is the training arc. It can
It's a
grow.
big.
Classic.
That's my
classic.
favorite one.
God damn it.
Tyler, we can go ahead and put that on the front page too. Air horn. It's my most used sound effect.
What you've
But also,
done is
wait,
fucked up and
hang
given
on.
this man
Check
too
this
much
out.
Yeah.
This is.
Can we add laser beams?
I'd be surprised if you.
A duck. Spooky.
Wow.
This rules.
The crowd's really
But
weird.
yeah.
When this man masters this soundboard, it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
There's Eric. I don't think I'll really use him. There's a lot of
I
Eric.
really hate all of you.
But now you got to know it's a battle between me and Mike because that wasn't me. He still has his own.
Oh my God! It's a battle.
now
of
he
yeah,
can-
baby.
Who's playing what?
You don't know. You don't know. You don't know who's. I mean, you know because if I'm not holding this, if you're
Yeah,
holding
you
me.
can't be-
Well, I mean, if you just kind of keep your hand like, I don't know, floating over the buttons, well, how can you really tell?
Michael,
I clicked come here. And
Hello.
it was a folder of 3 different come heres.
come here. Come here. Come here.
I'm pretty sure these two are the
Those two
same.
are the same. Yeah.
We gotta repeat.
We're gonna have to tweak.
We gotta
this.
repeat. Confused. I am.
Don't do that.
Michael, someone in the
Kind
chat room.
of.
I'm so mad. Michael at home has
I don't
a sound. One of his presets is just Jackie.
It's a page of Jackie.
It's a page of
4
Jackie yelling.
It's 4 of them of her yelling.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Her screaming
Anyway.
no is
I
probably
also
one of
pulled
my favorites.
a bunch of custom sounds from various videos as well.
Oh, there's so many in here. Yeah, he went in and like got plenty of stuff. Where's? Oh, here we go. This is under Achievement Hunter.
the soundboard off.
So excited.
Glad that
So
was there.
excited. No. No. No.
Oh, dude,
no.
no.
That one needs to get cut too. It's too long.
No. No.
She's-
Oh, yeah.
Did you know what Sarah was doing today?
It's a meeting with Lewis.
She had a meeting with Lewis.
I wasn't expecting it.
Okay.
Do you have? I played that on Monday.
No, see, that's well. To be fair, Tyler was like, "Send me ones you have," and I did nothing. That's on my personal stock. I played this on Monday.
Now here's
Yeah.
the twisted part about this. It's already enjoyable, but when Michael starts having conversations at home with Sarah by himself, and I'm like, Michael, it work's over. You can stop now. He's like, no.
It's like, but it's
No, I
I do it too whenever I'm in.
I'm in a meeting with Lewis.
Whenever I'm in meetings with other people, I'll do it.
Bates
Like if I
Hotel
do a
shit.
Face Jam meeting or something, Eric will go, "What the fuck? I thought Sarah was here," and I was like, "Sarah is here." No.
Michael's gonna turn his chair around one day and just be Sarah. And I'll be like,
I
no,
don't think that'll ever happen.
I'm Sarah.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
That being said, talking about sound design real quick, because this is a great example of like, half jokingly, you guys are like, oh, I'm confused. I'm like, yeah, but at least sound design is.
Please
this.
stop.
Yeah, see? Thanks, Eric. I won't. But thank you for saying it and proving my point.
Oh, yeah.
I was showing
Too
Alfredo.
much power.
There's a YouTube channel called In Depth Sound Design, and
yeah,
it's
dude.
a lot of the graduates
So
and workers
awesome.
from Stan Winston. And if you're not familiar, please research. It's just like a lot of the golden age of cinema is a product of these people and their work and their craftsmanship, and it's so good. And they do videos that break down sound design.
Oh, are we in like the shit age now? Of
Well,
cinema?
I think we're in a renaissance of sorts. I'll say that.
I don't know
That's a
what.
nice way to
I don't
say
know
that.
what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, Luke was
A24's
okay.
putting out good shit still.
Yeah,
We don't know.
it's all right. That being said, if you want to check out how sound design
Be
works,
the judge of that.
watch that. Gary Rydstrom does the breakdown of the T-Rex and the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park.
I watched
It's
the
so cool.
Velociraptor one. I think one is also like Venom, right? Yeah, I need to watch that.
I was showing you that because you mentioned Venom. And I liked specifically they talked about Tom Hardy putting an earpiece in to listen to Venom lines he had pre-recorded.
That was
So-
an accident.
Yeah. That was Venom.
I was just thinking.
Fucker. But if we made a
Did you
movie,
think it was an East egg folder?
No, I just misclicked. I clicked too fast.
Rip.
Please go ahead.
no. Now, if we were in a movie where Michael was trying to respond about an alien taking over his brain, talking about Easter egg the entire time, he would play that into the earpiece, that
Oh,
soundbite
yeah.
we just heard.
Yeah.
And that would be movie magic, everyone. We'd get the performance we want. And that's great. I love that.
What's this one?
Matt, we're gonna have such hot sex later. You can't let me die.
Take that out of context.
What?
Grab that.
Why didn't the rest of it, which is just.
It's funny
be,
because
we're gonna have hot sex.
It
later.
says there's no apostrophes in here because you probably can't. So it said Matt, we're having sex, and I went, what does that mean? That's why I pushed it. And to get Jeremy saying we're.
Matt, we're having sex. With the left hand because
Yeah,
you
that's-
gotta keep the right.
Because you got a meeting.
So you can shake hands.
I got a meeting in
Yeah.
8 minutes, so not enough time.
Again, you're on something with this, though. Like the peel technique, I like this.
The
Peel.
technique. It's gotta be like I guess the mouth isn't really peeling the penis.
Could you imagine if someone proposed that and you're like, whoa, hang on,
Let me
what's the
peel.
form you're using? Like, I'm all about this motion.
That's oh god.
Dude, I like to become
like,
getting sucked
oh,
off by the
alright.
arbiter with like the floor.
Oh, you think I could do a 3-pincer move? You
Oh,
like
there you
that better?
And then I just have my Keith David soundboard at the ready.
Oh, nice. I like to do a David
yes.
Copperfield dance.
It's like
Do a little
a-
bit of this through the sleeve.
wanna
Make it
talk-
disappear.
And it's disappeared.
Can you're
Here's why, if this was relevant.
Long. We're all
Fucking sucking my wiener.
Emphasis on long.
Oh.
Somebody's getting sucked off.
But you can't do that with your hand, Michael.
Michael's locked.
No, I didn't say that I was.
The man's in the water.
I'm just seeing what's
He's
in here.
deep.
You know what I mean? It
Let
was
him
all
play.
theoretical until this moment.
Let him have fun.
Yeah.
It was all just,
But now it's in your
chatter.
hands.
It's
Hey,
all in your
Was that the first bell? No, it was me.
Oh, are you confused?
It's loud.
much louder. Yeah.
Right.
It's not so much loud, but that ting at the end
Yeah.
cuts into your brain.
It really resonates.
so much.
It's the tingitis.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I,
It's too
I feel my
much, is
brain
it?
dying a little
Oh.
bit.
My nose is
It's like it
itchy. I'm allergic
vibrates
to
a bit.
something in here.
No, like, oh.
It'll be all this fun.
There
I'm
went
gonna have.
math.
Mine's been in a coma state
What
for
did
a
this
while, so it's
What did this
okay.
man die of? The second bell.
Oh.
It just shook too much loose.
Yeah.
Dude, Gobble had
Anyway.
Gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble had surgery.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
was it was time to get spayed, which I'm like, God, it's such an invasive surgery, but like can't ever having kids or
Spay, neuter
getting
pets?
heat and getting aggressive towards people. So I was like, it's gotta be done. But just like she went to the vet and then she came back and then she still had the anesthesia like in her system. So she was just like there on the like standing on the floor, like just like looking and kind of like swaying, and I'm like, oh my god, like I just with the coat on her head, and she's just like this, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm sorry.
She's not having a good time right now.
Well, yeah, 10 days. We cut out the plastic cone and then put in like this little like comfy donut
pillow.
Yeah, like a pillow donut thing, and so she's been in that for a bit, and it's just like trying to not have a 7-month-old Corgi run around to like pull her stitches. I'm just like, just stop. And then also like dog's kind of thinking like absolutes, right? So when she's like, hey, I want to play, and I'm just ignoring her,
She's a sis.
she's like, oh, you don't want to play with me. I'm like, no, I do. I just,
hate me.
you're gonna pull your stitches.
Dude.
And then it was like 4 days into her, recovering. She's starting to feel better. Her stitches are, we're doing well. In the middle of the night, she just starts like coughing. And I'm a heavy sleeper, so I was sleeping, but I was woken up because Jackie shot out of bed and ran over to her. And I was like, what is going on? She's like, I think she's choking on something. And went over to her, and she was like she wasn't choking on anything or anything like that. And then Jackie went, okay, we'll just, I guess, we'll just go back to bed. Maybe she just had a cough or something like that. And then for, I shit you not, like the next 8 hours, she'd just be like, and then she'd like throw up like clear mucus and stuff. And I'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ. And that would go on like every 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, she just had surgery. Now there's this thing going on. Took her to the vet, and they're like, oh, we think that she ate something that upset her stomach. So they gave us a bunch of cans of like wet food that's, easy for her like digestive system and like nausea medicine, all that kind of stuff. And they're like, if it still goes on for 24 hours, let us know. Still went on. So at that point, it's like a day and a half of her like coughing, and we're just sitting there like worried and like, we're the ones that take care of you, and like it's on us, and we're just like heartbroken that she's sitting there with her donut, not being able to play, coughing like crazy, and like mucus is coming out, and that kind of stuff. It's not kennel cough. I know some people are like, it's kennel cough. It's not. Then went back to the doctor, and then they're like, oh, she's sick, and I was like, God damn it. And so now she's on like antibiotics, and she's like, but bro, it was like almost 2 days straight of her just like coughing and like wheezing, and I was just like, poor kid, man.
Yeah, that sucks.
She just had surgery, and now she's just sick. And I went, I don't even know how she got sick.
I'm sure you feel the same way where like extra sucks when you know you can't help. All you can do is wait. You've taken the medicine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna sit here and watch you be sad. Like, oh.
Yeah, after that happened one night, but then the second night, it was rough because all she wanted to do was sleep. So like during the night leading up to like her nap time, she would just be like this, and then like cough herself up awake, and then try and go back to sleep, and then cough herself up awake, and we put her in her crate for the night and everything like that, and then you just hear like like in the crate. I'm just like, oh, I can't do anything. Like
You can put AirPods.
Yeah, there you go.
oh, I should have put noise canceling
There you
headphones
go.
on.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done.
And then if you can still hear, you can hold it down,
Yeah.
and it goes, and then you hear it goes away.
Yeah, but it was brutal for a minute because one, it's just sitting there going, what is wrong? So I kept going back to the vet, and then from there just going like, okay, we have to like, we'll look over you. But then also like, we had to watch like her every move because she'd like, it'd be like clear vomit or something, like clear liquid that come out of her mouth and be on the floor, and it's like, okay, let's make sure to not get it on the carpet or the rugs.
It's like
and then
bile, right?
If it is.
Yeah.
I
Right?
don't-
Do dogs have the same kind of digestive system? If you're a vet in the chat, tell me, because you'll know.
They're not here.
Yeah, they're not
Maybe.
But I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, all right. So I've been dealing with that for like 2-3 days of just like, you just had surgery, and now you're sick, and we're scrambling to figure out how we can make you feel better.
It's so.
But
like,
now she's all better.
Yeah.
Did you?
is that you?
Is that you?
I meant to do this.
Okay, way better.
That's how
I was very confused. I was like,
It's so long.
Use a second take.
it's still going.
Matt, you were saying.
Yeah,
please.
it's just like such a weird contrast because like I've had cats that were like indoor and outdoor, and
Yeah.
like he had to get neutered, and you know I brought him back. He was still on the anesthesia, and he was like, "I want to sleep on your bed." Like he looked at it and he's like, "I would jump,"
that?
but
That's where I want to be.
so I picked him up and like I put him up there, and then like an hour later he woke up and he just rolled off the bed and fell on the floor, and I'm like, all right, well, you okay? And then he just like walked to the front door, and he's like,
Damn.
like you're trying to motion to get it out. I opened the door, he fell down the steps and just rolled up. I was like, are you fine? And he walked off and did his thing.
Yeah.
That was the extent of that.
Buddy.
And then there's like Aria, where I'm like, are you okay? Are you fine? Like you look upset.
Do you need anything?
Do you need anything? Can I
How can I
like-
make you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
when-
set the precedent too. 'Cause
Yeah, like-
nothing makes her happy apparently.
It's true. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I had to take her to the vet a little while ago because it was like maybe a year, but she just was like puking or whatever, and she couldn't poop was the long and short. She hated that like a ton because she basically got back.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
It's true.
You think not pooping is a blessing, but it's gotta go somewhere.
Yep.
But
Matt caught what your dog has.
yeah, I did. she just
Matt's
like
got kennel cough.
when she like came back, it's just like she was so scared of like leaving the crate because she doesn't like going anywhere. But yeah, no, it feels terrible. You can't do anything about it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when she came back, she was like, we wrapped her up in a blanket, and then she didn't want to fully like lay down, so she was just like half standing, wobbling, and then she pissed herself, and I went,
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. Sit there. No. Too much power. I don't like it. God damn it.
And that's you're feeling bad now. How much worse it can be when you're spaying the kids?
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what?
Don't spay your kids.
Good Lord.
That was him. This rules.
And there's
I'll go
so
through
many-
it. I might have to add some, take a couple away that don't make the
Look,
cut.
it'll be tweaked.
It'll be tweaked. This episode of Off Topic right here, well, it's brought to you by ExpressVPN. I know, I've said it before, darn heckin', I've said it a dozen, maybe even hundreds of times, but I will say it again right now. It is very important to have a VPN, guys, especially a VPN that you trust. That's why out of all the VPNs out there, I use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN doesn't log your activity online, so many cheap or free VPNs make money selling your data to advertisers, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a VPN. ExpressVPN is also the fastest VPN I've ever used. Plus, it's so easy to use. You just open up the app and tap a button, and you're protected, okay? I've had ExpressVPN over a year, okay? Works flawlessly, easily, and on all of my devices, okay? Just, you got it. ExpressVPN works on it and doesn't slow my internet down, okay? It's not dragging me down. But this isn't just coming from me. CNET, The Verge, and a whole bunch of other tech journals rate ExpressVPN the #1 VPN in the world. So protect yourself with the VPN that I use and trust. Use our link, expressvpn.com/offtopic today and get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/offtopic. Visit expressvpn.com/offtopic to learn more and get protected.
Matt,
Some need to be
That
trimmed
bass
in.
drop was incredible.
that was pretty cool.
I didn't know what to expect, but it was like the
What was that
opposite of
used
like
for?
THX.
It felt like the end of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like before they give you the question.
Was that used? Is that for like chump when you lock in an answer, or is it that murder
I
mystery
think so.
show?
That's way too long though.
think
Chump,
it's-
Chump
Was it
is
the murder room?
was just on
what,
Chump.
murder room, the one that John hosted that we don't do.
I think that's Chump.
See,
Yeah.
that was a lot. It was
Chump one.
there,
I was just
but
on Chump
Yeah,
last
you can
night.
tell.
Here, hang on.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. There's elements to it, but it's
Same.
not the same.
There you go.
What is that from? Is that just from nothing?
I mean,
It's just generic sound.
That's the
effects.
from
THX
something.
logo.
It's from
Yeah, it does sound
every
like a
movie
THX.
you've ever seen.
That being said,
that's
perfect
true.
segue.
Every
So,
trailer.
talk about pets and having medicine and trying to take care of them. This was not my pet, but it was my cousin's, and they just told me this story, so I feel like I can tell it now. Growing up, they had a pug, and I knew that pug. His name was Toby, and that was like their
I knew
pet.
that pug. We were friends.
Well, I knew Toby, you were a real one.
High five every morning. Jesus.
That's a weird
one.
pug.
Pug sounds
Yeah, it's all the nasal
Pugs
cavity
are
issues.
good because always
yeah.
like.
Yeah, God. Well,
That's why I could never have a
Yes.
pug. Yeah.
Is that the kid behind Helga Pataki?
punch in the face every now and then.
It's a pug.
But
There it is.
they had a cat also, and the vet prescribed the cat some Valium because I guess it had like heavy anxiety from previous owners, just like shitty owners. Yeah,
Owner's
exactly.
grabbing it by the tail and
Yeah,
whipping it.
awful, horrible. So they prescribed him Valium. That stupid pug got into the Valium somehow. I guess they like
They got in
left out the
it
dose.
child locks. I don't know how he did it.
Right, like,
You know what happened next?
No. What did happen is my cousin went, God damn it, we have to go get some more because my cat's freaking out. Like in the moment, the cat needed its dose and was
Yeah.
like kind of doing like zoomies around the house. And we're like, fuck. So he grabbed the cat.
We gotta drug this cat.
Kind of, yes. They put it in the crate.
What about the Valium part?
They're driving to
Sweet.
the pharmacy to get more, and as he tells me, the cat's like again zooming around the car in the back seat, and they're like, "Dude,
They took
chill,
the cat?
chill." They put it in the crate so they can try and give it a dose as soon as possible. So it's like zooming. They're like, "Dude, chill. You're in the crate. You got chill. You're in the crate." And meanwhile, in the seat over, the pug's going. like seeing God.
It's a whole other like space ride for the pug. Like,
Yeah. It's like, what adventure did that pug go on? Can you imagine?
He can't. He
No,
doesn't
no,
even
it didn't. Dogs don't even see color, right? Do they?
I mean,
it's just black and white.
they're on Valium.
Well, I'm saying,
They could probably do it.
I wouldn't
No
know.
one- one's never told
Allegedly,
me.
Yeah.
allegedly, dogs are colorblind. Allegedly.
So is
Like,
Trevor. Doesn't stop
veterinarian?
him.
I
Yeah.
feel like, are they fully colorblind?
I think
no,
it's
right?
like it's a
they
certain
can see
amount.
different. They can see specific colors. in
Some about
it.
rods and cones. I
Don't know or care.
I play video
I
games.
think they
for a
can
living.
see.
Curious now that I
I think
have
they
a
can see
dog.
different color, but not like as vibrant.
Yeah.
Because they need to be able to
But
see
I think
more in
just
the
like
dark
the
than we
easier
do.
thing was just they're colorblind. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
I would
yeah.
care if it was like if my dog was like giving me fashion tips. I'd be like,
Well,
bitch, you don't even know what color this is.
well, I kind
Shut
of
up.
I started caring to some extent because like I believe that I read that they see certain colors clearer, so I just go, oh, okay, let me start getting toys in those colors.
That's smart.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? So I could track them in the grass.
But is the green that they see the same green that you and I see?
I don't know. I read a little bit of a blog and I went, all right, cool.
You gotta take some Valium and get on the dog's level.
I feel like of all the dogs to not be able to see color, Clifford sucks the most, right?
Yeah, the big
He's
red.
like,
Why?
oh, man, they call me the big red. What's red?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's
right.
can
I'm just a big
dogs
dog.
can
I'm a
dogs
big
see
dog.
bigness though?
When they translate it
he's
into
big?
dog language, it's just Clifford the big gray dog.
He's like,
See, like
oh,
someone
just
said
like
they're
everything.
colorblind fully. Another person said red-green colorblind. Now
See, I don't
chat-
know.
Who is speaking for these dogs?
It's a
Where
civil
are you
war
getting
in
the
the chat.
information from?
Do dogs
They can see
dream?
blue, green, and not red. But then another person that said they're fully colorblind.
You don't know.
See what I'm saying?
What I'm
Nobody
learning is
knows.
nobody knows
Maybe
shit.
some dogs are.
Nobody knows what the hell they're talking about.
can't
Stop
see
talking
red?
for dogs.
Burger.
Just feed them.
They're opposite bulls. They can't see
And keep them away from Sarah.
I just want the collar from up is what we need. We need the Doug
Yeah.
collar.
Again, dogs think in like absolute. Sarah stepped on Gabu.
Stomped on him.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Gabu hate her now?
Oh,
Or-
I took Gabu
I
to the
think
side
fear
and said that
overweight.
one's trying to
Holy.
kill you. Stay away from her.
Oh,
But Sarah stepped on Gabu.
Stomp.
God.
Everyone was
I
hanging
wish-
out.
I heard her
Gabu was
whisper,
there.
"I'll
Gabu
teach
was
her."
loving it. All of a sudden, I shit you not, true story. You just hear, "Arr!" And I'll go, what the fuck? And then like Sarah
Sarah
goes,
had-
oh my god, I didn't
Sarah had
know.
blood all over her foot.
Yeah. And then Sarah like took up the knife and went, I didn't know.
Whoops.
She backed into it.
I feel for
Several
Sarah.
times.
Yeah. Yes.
One, because they've been drinking. Two, I feel like Gabu's a special case. I'm aware when Gabu's in the room because Gabu's like a celebrity, and I go, whoa, hold up, Gabu's here, hang on, like focus on Gabu.
I'm aware.
But that growing up with a shit ton of pets, the number of times a fucking pet would run behind me as I'm
That's
like
a
backing
lot.
up, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
motherfucker, like I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I stepped on you, but like what were you doing? Come on.
That's like every time I go to feed Ari, I'm like, do you want to die or
Yeah,
what,
apparently.
what are you doing?
Yes.
You want, I'm like,
Matt offers her a food or a knife.
yeah, well, she gets like
You decide.
immediately-
You're dead.
She'll like run.
The day you choose death.
What do we say to the god of death today?
Meow.
Do you want it to end today?
Yeah, she just walks like directly underneath you, and it's like, you're gonna get to eat. Hang on, like calm
Dude,
down.
I'll tell you right now, too, kids are the same way. The number of times I've almost accidentally stepped on the kids because they're like, hi, mommy. I'm like, hang on, back up.
Do you want to die, kid?
I'm baking right now. Hold up.
Gabu did that
Dude,
a
she's
lot,
got such a fascination
especially.
with the oven.
Oh, what's up?
Like, Aria,
Aria?
like I'll make like a pizza or whatever, and she'll be like, "That's really warm,"
And
and
you're
like
like, "No,
want
don't
to
jump
step
in
in, like,
there."
no,
Yeah.
bad, no pizza
My
for
cats
you.
love dryers. So I was like, also bad. Get out of there.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
stick
she
'em
can
in
live.
there.
She can live
Yeah,
with
it's
the dryer.
like a minute.
That's
Right?
I'm in there, let it run.
No, no, no.
Cycles, and then they won't want to
I
be in
tell you
there
what,
anymore.
they'll never do it again.
No. Sorry, Fredo. You were saying. I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was saying that.
I eat TT.
God damn it! It just throws me.
This is the long one.
TT.
What?
I eat da TT.
Anybody got some tea? Is sport anyone?
No.
That's TT
That's
seeing
the,
a renaissance a lot. That's from Unruly
Unruly
Rollers.
Rollers,
It was the
yeah.
last night of RTX, and Trevor and I, when we were streaming yesterday, we went into Robot on Mixer, and we were going, "Give me TT, I want TT."
Insane.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
No, I was saying when Gabu was like really little, when we just got her, she was like 8 weeks. She was like the size of like the length of that Coke bottle.
Ooh,
And it was just like so hard to see her because she was just so tiny, like a little like mini loaf of bread running around. And just, there'd be a couple times it's like, oh
yeah.
shit, like I just didn't. Damn it.
I know Jackie
so
did.
small.
But did you ever hold Gabu? I have to stand up to demonstrate. But it's the fierce I have a puppy look where you're holding the puppy right here and you go like, see my dog? This is my puppy.
Oh yeah, like just in your hand.
Yeah, but it's like one arm. You're like, that's right.
I mean, yeah, I would just one arm.
That's the stuff right there.
Yeah.
I just one arm, and I still do sometimes. Oh God, when she first got her surgery, like the first day or two, like actually when she came back, it was rough because she still have to go and use the restroom, but she was so like still drugged up where she couldn't like walk. So I'd carry her, but then like I had to really be careful with how I carried her because then if I carried her and picked her up wrong, it would hurt her stitches, and so she would like cry, and oh god, my heart.
Yeah.
It's
rough.
It was rough, but it's okay. 10 days, Friday, she'll get the cone off, and she should be coming out of being sick today or tomorrow. And then my plan is.
Or else.
My plan is to take a day where I just take Jackie and Gabu on a nice little like family day together. Maybe go on a hike. And Gabu can go on her first hike, and she can run around, stitches free, cone free, just start sniffing up the place.
Yeah, it's not too far away. I will say, Enchanted Rock would be great for that. Big dog park.
Rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Check out Fredericksburg.
place of
get some
magic.
pages.
Yeah, but say, is it magical?
It's a place of magic.
Everything is magical with a corgi.
Fly free on the Enchanted Rock. Watch out for no roundabout.
That's where they buried the Elder Wand.
But always. I dropped the bubble shield. The bubble protects me from roundabout.
This is so
Who else is on there?
bro.
We have Eric, you,
Are you in the corner crying, little baby?
Fiona.
No.
I'm a big
You're a
man.
big baby.
I like this one because this one's titled "Little Baby Bitch," but she doesn't say bitch, so I feel like that Tyler was just being aggressive.
It was a
Yeah.
With this
Yeah.
little baby
It was a head
bitch.
shake. It was a nod.
Which is great because I'm wearing the Crybaby Crew shirt. You can tell because it's got a bottle. Whoa, maybe.
And your nipple is
maybe-
slightly hard.
Maybe sponsor? It's not slightly, it's extremely.
I can see the nipple
It's because of the.
piercing through the
Chilly in
fucking
here? Yeah.
It's
shirt.
because of the soundboard.
Yeah, soundboard's getting it going.
That's it.
Why'd you say it like that?
Being able to just throw in your voice.
Shipboard.
I saw one earlier. I wanted to. Play and-
He's on the hunt.
There's so many on here. It's insane. Oh, here it is.
I'm a squid, I'm a
that
kid,
and
I'm a
this.
squid, I'm a kid, I'm a
Well,
squid,
that's
I'm
what
a
that was
kid.
from.
I mean,
I'm saying it.
Read TTT.
Well,
What,
I said
Kai,
that because
probably?
Kai was
Yeah,
the squid kid.
Yeah.
And then I
Thick
would
skin.
say that and sing it and then eliminate Kai.
Smart. Very smart.
Oh.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, now I'm getting recommendations.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I don't
Tyler's
know.
like, go here.
I don't know where that one is. Tyler, there's so many. They're just.
Up, down, BA.
Limited power.
I'll have to find
Here,
it. I'll
while you're
have to
looking
find
for it.
Yeah, go
How
ahead.
do you enjoy Indiana for the first time?
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was, you know.
Definitively okay.
Yeah, well, it was all right.
He's not gonna lie to you.
I haven't been anywhere with that much just green for quite a while.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I think it was like an hour and a half drive from the airport to like the place you got married, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, there's just nothing out here.
No.
That's crazy. I haven't seen that for years. I forgot there are places with nothing out there.
Oh, God, it's like a kid in a candy shop.
Oh yeah. But no, like where you got married was like super pretty.
Yeah, no, it was real nice. Yeah, out in
Yeah.
the. It's about like a half an hour from Muncie, so that's how we found the
Pastoral.
place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a barn, so
That's legit. Awesome.
which was nice because it was like we did the. It was like there was like an upstairs loft, so we did the ceremony in the loft, did the reception downstairs.
nice.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you had your little, was it Animal Crossing? Is that what the
Dude,
toppers were?
Yeah.
I saw those
so-
cake
Oh,
toppers.
that
Those are
looks
so
fucking
cool. Sorry.
awesome.
Yeah,
Those are
so that
awesome.
was the nice thing was like because we were gonna have the wedding last year April, and then something came up.
Yeah.
What was
and we
it?
had
Hard
to,
to say.
you know,
Yeah.
you know,
Could be anything.
yeah, you know, some of Vin Diesel and his Coronas, you know, something like that.
Fame.
Family.
So
can't make any more families.
we
No more
moved.
weddings.
We had to like literally, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks before the wedding. We had to move it, and we moved it to November. And that cake topper I came across on Twitter, I think in like February. And the whole thing is, it's like they're custom made. The girl who makes them is in France. So it was gonna take like 2 or 3 months to get them. And so as soon as we like moved the wedding, I was like, we're getting that. So at least it's worth it.
I will say, you said you moved it like 2 or 3 weeks before, right?
Yeah, it was like
Probably, as far as like me being there, probably for the best, because I did not have anything like purchased as far as flights.
No,
or
I mean
anything.
nobody would have come. You know,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was
you know.
everything was locked down, everything was bad. And then we were gonna have it in November, and then things were still, you know, second wave or third wave at that point.
And no vaccines yet.
Yeah, and no vaccines, you know, and so then we had to throw it to July, and we were just like,
Which is now.
hopefully it's far enough out, and it ended up being perfect because like we went there, we're in an more suburban rural area, so new cases of COVID a day is like 5, 6, so it was like we didn't really have to worry about it. Most of the people at the wedding are vaccinated, And but now with Delta coming around, and it was like a couple days before the wedding, when Austin was putting in the new restrictions, where they're like,
back to stage 4.
you should really, back to stage 4. You should really be wearing masks if you're in public anywhere and you don't know who's around. And we were like, oh man, I'm glad that we didn't get married like 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, because it's like, who knows?
Who knows if it's gonna get yucky again?
Yeah, because it was kind of nice to like be able to have the wedding and not have to really worry about like masking, and then it just feels normal.
Yeah.
So that was really nice.
Something didn't want me to go to your wedding too.
It was Matt.
Well,
Yeah, it was me.
yeah.
No, like I got there, like I parked at the airport or whatever, and like I couldn't see as soon as I got out, so like I had no idea where I parked. I got into the
So
shuttle.
much corn,
Yeah, it was corn everywhere. No, I mean like in Austin.
Oh, in Austin.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
because I got blinded from like the humidity or whatever. The driver at the shuttle was like, "Where'd you park?" I'm like, "Oh, I have no idea." And he was like, "I can't do this unless you tell me where you parked." And I was like, "I parked like right there. You saw me get on. I can't see at all." Argued with him for like 2 minutes before he like let us go. Got to the security gate, which you were talking about security at the Austin airport taking forever.
Dude, yeah, when we flew down to go see Jeremy for his birthday, the line, I shit you not, was like from one end to the airport to the other. And I was like, I have never seen, and people were waiting, I shit you not. I got in line, I went, oh God. I was like, this is bad. It's like from one end to the airport to the other, and I saw the wait time said 25 minutes. I'm like, okay, maybe? And then people were like, I've been sitting here for an hour and a half, and I went, fuck.
Well, that was the thing.
Wow.
Like, I walked in, I was like, oh, there's the line. I thought it was for the one on the right.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect. I got to where I thought I would be entering, and they're like, nope, that line starts way down there. And I was like, this is for the one on the other side of the airport?
When it's packed like that, like the hardest part is figuring out where the fuck
Where do you start?
Where does
Yeah.
it go? Like where's the end of the
that's what we
goddamn
got
line?
cleared.
And nobody knows either. Everyone just goes, blah.
Yeah.
That was like, I just sat in
Even
it.
the people working there don't know.
That's
Yeah.
so weird to
Such a
hear, because I was
clusterfuck.
through security about 4 minutes.
I'm happy for you.
I know.
Just some weird
Well, they were
day.
like, "Oh, it's your
It's
wedding.
your wedding,
You
yeah.
go, you go through."
Right.
When I got all the
Right.
way to the end of the line, and they're like, all right, now walk through here, and they're like, now a dog's gonna be sniffing you, and if everything will be okay.
Don't move. Don't
Yeah,
breathe.
like we went through, Casey and I both got pinged by that dog. And I'm like, great.
What are you
so-
holding?
They could smell the.
Yeah, that was it. I was like,
Joy-Cons?
yeah, I had some Joy-Cons. Those are legal, I swear.
Well, you were
Smell
saying that
the
was Bomb
amoebas.
Dog too,
It was,
right?
yeah, it was like Bomb Dog, and he was just like, both of them. Check them.
Bomb
all
dog
of our
sounds
stuff out.
bad, but the way you said it made him sound cool. Like, yo, bomb dogs.
Yeah, no, he's
oh,
like,
bomb dog.
Shades, bro.
Yeah,
Bomb Dog coming on down. He's gonna find the terrorists all over town. Bomb
they're gonna,
Dog,
they're
baby.
gonna, it's them. It's them.
We-
But-
Whether or not you can see colors, we don't quite know yet.
But you can find
Well, he's got the
dogs.
shades on. He doesn't care. That was like 30 minutes of them taking every single possession that we brought with us out and being like,
Dude.
nope, this switch, not a bomb. These socks, not a bomb. Shoes,
Unless they were Bombas socks.
it's true. And
like
then,
they
yeah,
Was
got,
Bomberman on your Switch?
that could have been it.
Oh shit! Were you playing Skyward
Oh my
Sword?
God.
No, I didn't do Skyward Sword. I didn't
Man's
think-
known to carry bombs.
I thought about like taking out the Joy-Cons in the middle of the flight and just playing like that.
Be,
Anarchy.
something.
Menace.
But then we
Is there a
landed.
doctor on the plane? Is a man convulsing next to me? No, I'm just playing
Hey,
Skyward
don't worry,
Sword. Now I can play anywhere with my Joy-Cons.
You know, have an OLED screen. It's gonna be so clear.
Have you been? I mean, we talked about Austin Airport. I'm like, from our experience, it's gone pretty fast. I can't remember a time where we really.
Well, I
waited
assume it's
too
all
much.
like yucky COVID times. Is what's
Probably.
taking so
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
I mean, in the
and we got clear, so we've been
forever
riding that high
years,
for a while.
dude. Clear's awesome.
Well, that's what happened because we got there and we had like 35 minutes till boarding, and I went, okay, that's fine. Like at most, I've been here for 4 years, flown a couple times from Austin Bergstrom, and I went, all right, maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes I've seen, and I was like, we have 35 and then boarding time.
Yeah.
We're good. Got there. What the?
Yeah, that's unheard of.
Like,
It blew
dude,
my mind.
it was just
unheard
a
of.
wall of people, and I went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it's
and
not
so it took so long to figure out what the time was, where the line started. We were like 20 minutes in at that point, and then so we started waiting in line. And realized that the line wasn't like it said 25 on the wall, and it was like people were like, "Oh, I've been waiting for an hour and a half," and I'm like, "We're fucked. Like, we're not going to like make this trip." And like Gavin and Meg were on the same flight as us, and we're all gonna land and get picked up by Kat, and then go see Jeremy.
It's all coordinated.
And then we're gonna spend the weekend over there, play board games, finish up our Betrayal Legacy game. And I went, oh my God, we're gonna miss this. Jackie goes, we're gonna miss this. And in the back of my head, I went, my emergency parachute is just signing up for clear and getting through that gate fucking ASAP. So I was in the line, and we're running out of time, and I went, okay, I'm in the line, I'm far away, and I was like, go up. And there's this sign that says clear, talk to the agent, ask how quickly they can get us in. It should be pretty much immediate. And then she came back and she called and she was like, yo, they can get us in like 2 minutes. I was like, cool. Went over there, signed up for it, went straight through. As soon as we got through security, they're like calling like Alfredo and Jackie, you have a minute to board the plane. And we bolted down and jumped right on and just barely fucking made it. But yeah, Claire saved our ass.
So is that like pre-check or?
No, it's separate.
Clear and pre-check.
Well, it has nothing to do with pre-check, though, to answer that. You can have both.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear is just a service they offer where you basically it's like an expedited check-in procedure where they have like your picture, they take a picture, and they take your fingerprint. And so basically, it's like a service you pay for, unrelated, and it's not just they use it at airports, but it's also used at like sporting stadiums and stuff, like football games and stuff like that. And it's a way. It's basically used when there's like mass crowds. Where you come up and you say, "Oh, I have clear." You basically just like show them your boarding pass, and then you like look into the camera and like put two fingers on or whatever. It goes bloop, and they're like, "Yep, that's you," and it's like instant identification. Then then they put you to the front of whatever line you're supposed to be in. So if you're like regular, you go regular. If you then have pre-check, then they put you into the pre-check line. So you skip the entire regular line, then you go wherever you're supposed to go after that. So if you have pre-check, it's incredible. Because you clear and right into pre-check.
So what we did was that we cut the entire like hour-and-a-half line, got straight up, and then from there we were like, cool, pre-check, and then so we didn't have to take off like certain things.
You don't take your shoes
off or your belt, stuff like that. So it's like sweet. So
they keep saying
like leave it on. I go, oh, but just one time. And so so we were able to cut the line, and then from there we're able to shoot through security like right away.
That's awesome.
And I was like, fuck it, I'll do that. So I have clear, pre-check, and global. Well, I got global, and global entry comes with.
That's for international.
Yeah, pre-check.
Which we haven't
done
done
like
yet.
international, when I like fly to somewhere, I can get through quick, and when I come back, I can also get through like the security line quick, coming
legit.
back into the States.
And now Austin takes international flights. Before it didn't, and you had to go through DFW. DFW's international like terminal, that area where you have to go through customs, was like the worst. It's like, I can't explain to you the times that I've been in there where it looked like Ellis Island, like the photos you see of all the people crammed in like sardines. It was like that. And I was like, we didn't know if we would make our connecting flights so many times. Is there a first bell? Is that real or no?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, okay,
you just
please.
plowed through it.
Hey, go ahead. That's fine.
It was tried to time between Alfredo.
I plowed through your power high.
Well, it's
Your
not so much
ego-driven
a
madness?
power high as I understand why you might hate it, because it's my connection with the audience who you think is beneath you.
I love you more.
But I'm down here with
more than
you,
him.
you know, rolling around in the mud and the dirt with the audience. And that's why I take the time out of this podcast to hit the first bell and say, hey, firsties, sorry about the rest of these folks. They can't hear your screams up on their towers, but I'm down here with you. He's running through clear. Who's that? I don't know. I'm skipping the rabble. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for signing up for First. Means, yep. Appreciate the support. If you're not a member of First, you can sign up now. There's so many great shows out right now, including Can't Betrayal, airing right now.
Oh, man.
Couple familiar faces in that show. New episode every Tuesday, I believe. 3 episodes out now. You could binge them. You could suck them all up. And then I tell you, because it was announced already, also coming soon, Last Laugh Season 2. Plus, whole catalog of First shows just waiting at your disposal. Watch it whenever you want.
Like, I love a knob.
That wasn't, I don't think that was me, but maybe it was. But anyway, back to the action. This was the one he wanted me to push earlier.
I only got a little bit of health. Ooh,
Alfredo.
I'm on fire.
You're dying in Minecraft? Yeah, I think.
Does this thing stop? Ooh, this is such a slow death.
I won't lie. I make content and I just don't watch it because I don't have time. I didn't realize that's what I sound like.
I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
with you there.
Yeah.
He played a
That
clip
was
before this, and
the-
I was like, I said that? Oh,
That was you're dead, right? That was how
think
I
so.
yeah.
Might have
when
been,
I
I
got
don't
touched
know.
by the lava. And it took 50 years to die. God damn
Whoa,
it.
Camp Betrayal's a effing, that's unnecessary, but I appreciate the excitement. 20 out of 20?
Dude.
People are really
20 out of
enjoying it.
10.
You should,
yeah,
I mean, I think it's at 20. Did it say
Crystal
10?
clear.
I
I saw 20 and just.
We've done
Thank
a lot
you.
of we've shot a lot of things and
touch
we've
it.
done a lot of like first shows, stuff like that. Camp Betrayal is up there. I was saying just a second ago, I don't watch any of the content that I'm in or we make just because I don't have time. I make it a priority to watch Camp Betrayal because I was just so excited for a show where we're out in the wilderness lying to each other. And plus, it was just stupid. There's a lot of great inside jokes and stuff like that. And things start to go off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 episodes in out of 6.
I believe there's 6.
6, yeah.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. And yeah, things are gonna get a little crazy. There's just it kind of gets to the point where things will happen and there's things that we wanted to make sure that was in the edit, and so we did them all the time, so they couldn't cut around
because
it.
the thing is, we were there playing the game. It is a game, but also not asked and almost certainly not wanted of us. We were also thinking of what the edit is going to be and what the show looks like, right?
Yeah.
It's not just like the people on Survivor, they just do Survivor. I don't know. Then someone else makes a show.
Yep.
But we're so used to like making the shows, right? So it's like that isn't lost on us.
Yeah.
When we're still playing the show that someone else has created, and there's games and there's rules and there's this and there's that. But then we're like talking about shots of like, oh, they should definitely get this shot. Or like, we would do usually, for the most of the show, it was just, go and they film it and then those are the games. But for like the stage stuff, we'd have to do takes, multiple takes, and camera angles and this and that and whatever. Like all the exposition with Eric usually. And so there'd be stuff where we were like, oh, this joke's gotta go in. And so we would just do it every single time, so they didn't have a choice.
Yeah, we would do something.
Because when you do different things, you give them options.
Yeah, you give them options.
And then they don't use the ones that they don't like.
They don't use it. But there were times where we did things and we went, oh, that's funny. And then you go, all right, we got to run that back and do another take. And we go, okay, well, that's going to be in the take. So we just do it again. And then sometimes it would need 3 or 4 takes, and we do it every time to make, to try and make sure that it would be
That
near
joke
impossible
stayed.
to cut around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that in Weird Place a few times.
We were really annoying about it.
Oh, yeah, we were fucking assholes. But we'd do it and be like, all right, try to cut around that.
Agreed entirely. Me and Matt had a great time on
Yeah.
Camp Betrayal. Just always with the bits and be like, hey, we gotta do it
That's
again.
what the wedding was, right?
Yeah, it was just Camp Betrayal.
Oh man, good luck.
Well, it's the prelude. It's until she betrays me.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Bum, bum, bum.
Spoil it.
Yeah. Oh my
so
God.
hilarious.
Wow. Season 3 ruined.
God, I would never get married again.
Well-
No, this is like I'm here forever because like I would never go through that.
It sounds like you were betrayed by the tux rental. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, not
Yeah.
me. But yeah, fuck Men's Warehouse.
Okay.
If you
Whoa.
Here we go. I didn't know the beer.
Hang on.
I guess we're not loving the way we
Larry
look.
said it. Larry said
Go
it.
fuck yourself.
They did a great job for me. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say.
did they?
I'll
or were you
still-
lying?
I'll still
they
do
did
an ad
great.
read.
Did you do fine?
I'll do an ad read. I used them.
So I
I also used them for my wedding.
it's hard not to because they're like it's
just convenient.
Yeah,
They're
it's just like they have
everywhere.
their tendrils.
First of all, they're
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
They're
Yeah.
tendrils.
And that's like when
They're-
I've
they're
got
Slender Man suit,
like
though.
you
Yeah.
and like my other groomsmen and me and Austin and then 2 of my groomsmen and like my dad, like Nicole's dad, her brother's like in Indiana, and it's like, well, Men's Warehouse exists both places. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they did a good job for me. I had like a custom suit made. It was nice. It was cool. It's
Had like a wizard's cape.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It had the hat,
on
you
it,
know,
yeah.
the long flowy robes. It looked so good. But
He was doing a lot of this during the wedding.
Larry just said, "Dude,
all the
make
brooms
me
in
look
the
like
background.
Yensid."
yeah, and they're like, who's that? I'm like, Disney backwards.
Disney backwards.
Come on,
Like
guys.
the guy- yeah, he's
Like-
the guy from Fantasia. I don't think he had a name.
you know, he's
like a Keyblade master.
you know, when they talk about the Sorcerer's Apprentice, it's like he's the sorcerer, Mickey's the apprentice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew
whole
way
thing.
back then in 1918 when they made Fantasia
He was gonna
that
be-
he was the Keyblade master?
No one would have known.
Dude, Walt knew at the time.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like,
you got to go back to those concept
Name him
drawings where it's like,
Yen Sid.
When he was-
why does Yen Sid have that
Yeah.
big key?
Yeah.
Don't worry
A
about
week
it.
before he
Oh my
died, they're
God.
like, "How's Walt doing?"
Yeah.
Like, he keeps screaming about Yen Sid.
And the
He
Keyblade
just, like, every
Wars.
once in a while,
Make
he's
sure
just
I
like,
get Leonard Nimoy to voice the bad guy.
Okay, Walt. Weird.
Just like humming, when you walk away. Wait, what was
It was more impressive when he was humming the second song where they have the backwards speech. Like,
Mr. Disney, how would you like your room prep? Simple and clean every time.
Make it my
Two demands.
sanctuary. My sanctuary.
Larry, you got married, and we
Yeah.
just derailed.
I
I'm
did.
sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. No,
He
but,
brought up Yen Sid. He knew what he was doing.
No, but it's like they, you know, it's like they're everywhere, so you have to use them. But like they messed up everything for like Nicole's dad's stuff, and he got it fixed like last second.
That sucks.
They fixed. So my dad like went at like the beginning of the week, and everything was too big. They gave him a shirt that was like 2 or 3 sizes too big. And it's like. You know, he had been measured like a month before, so no reason to mess it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, this stuff's too big." And the guy looked at him and said, "No, it's not. No, it's fine. Yeah, no,
You must have lost a lot of weight. I can tell.
No, he's like, no, it's fine. So I will tell you how we know it's not fine, and that was the day of the wedding. My mom and my dad were loading into the car to go to the venue. And my dad was like walking. He's like, hey, you know, wife, you gotta come. I guess I could say my mom's name. Sure.
to you.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, Terry, come over. You know, come over here. Like these pants are gonna drop. Like, you know, you gotta do the whatever. There's no like belt loops, and you know, there's no belts.
yeah.
So you have those like internal things in the pants to like
yeah.
slide them. And so she's like, okay, I got you. And so she went to go like go do it. Dropped his pants in the middle of the parking lot of the hotel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. mhm. And then he's like, no, that's the wrong way. Don't do that. so I assume pulls him back up, gets him to go. Then is like, I can't trust my wife anymore. Uses my sister's husband. And he's like, I trust you. You're on pants duty now. If you see me anytime during the wedding, if you see anything slip, like, you're there. You got to help me. And he's like, he's a good son-in-law. So he's like, of course, absolutely. So, you know, my dad makes it through the wedding. Okay, totally fine. We get to the reception. We do, you know, like me and Nicole do like the first dance. I do my dance with my mom. She does a dance with her dad. And then we did like a dance that was like all the families combined. And then that was like, and then now you bring everybody on. And so I guess during that song, he was like, ooh, these pants are slipping. So about halfway
Was the
through,
song
he
Drop It
had to bow out. No, it was that pants on the ground, pants on the ground. So he's like, yeah, dude, I'm in dire straits. This is bad. This is bad news. I should have been more assertive at Men's Warehouse.
Right.
Oh, this is terrible. So then my mom's like, hey, I want like a Diet Coke. Can you go to the bar and get me one? He's like, sure, yeah, absolutely. So goes to the bar, gets one for her, gets one for him. Pants drop at the bar.
This is amazing.
And my new father-in-law saw.
I want to
So the
thank
families
you.
are connected now.
I want to thank you.
What?
Because I was like outside at that point,
crazy.
like, sitting like on the deck or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like looked over. I was just kind of like, you know, just chatting and like looking. And I swore I saw someone's pants fall down in the background
was
of that.
my dad.
And I was just like, I looked over and then like was gone.
Yeah.
And Casey's like,
Sun's getting bug wild.
what's wrong?
Oh, Matt's like, I've been drinking too much. Hang
And that was
on.
literally, I was like, surely I didn't see. I'm just being crazy. And then yeah,
No, we
I'm-
connected
thank
the
you.
families that day.
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
No, my dad dropped his pants. Her dad saw. They exchanged glances, you know, nods of approval, and then moved
I
on.
don't know where that puts me, but
Right. I imagine in a very movie-like moment, the pants dropped and you have the eye contact. The guy whose pants dropped, a little embarrassed, but then in solidarity,
Larry drops his.
Larry drops his pants. Everyone else at the wedding starts
Everyone
dropping their
drops
pants.
that's my
Yeah.
type of
And everyone
wedding.
takes the
Yes.
knee.
Like that.
It's like
No,
the end
I
of
was
Mean Girls.
I was the bad son. I kept the pants up the whole time.
Larry,
yeah, I know.
come on.
The bad son.
I was talking to Jackie yesterday while we were driving. So we're looking at houses, so we're visiting all these different houses and walking and discussing whether or not we want to like put offers on these houses, and then I was, we're driving back, and I was just like, okay, so we get the house, and we plan on getting married soon. I looked at her and I went, so we're getting a wedding planner, right? And she went, oh yeah. And I was just like, I just want to go, that's not right, fix that. Like, I want to put that in someone else's hands to be just like, give me venue options, and then I'll take a look at them and like collect all the info and data. It's like, I get no time on my hands. And it's so stressful.
Yeah, I think it's all about like finding.
I didn't hear.
Yeah.
I've never heard one person go, "I planned my wedding and it was fantastic."
I planned everything but the day of.
Well,
and that was our agreement with the planner.
Well,
is like you can
not
help.
exactly though.
We have connection from the venue itself.
Correct.
But that was it.
No.
Yeah, everything else was like, I find this venue, I want to go here. And
No,
they go,
but
here are your
but
catering.
no.
I will get Meg back in here to delegate the court.
When you hear wedding planner, what I assumed before that was like, you do my wedding, right? Which you can do, and it's like a fortune. You just pay this person to do everything.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Find it, plan it, book it, do this, whatever.
Yeah.
What we did was we hired a wedding planner who was like, I'm there day of to make sure everything goes like it's supposed to, and also here's all of my contacts, but then you do whatever you want. So it's like, these are the caterers that I use. Here's who I recommend. These are the venues. And then it's like, okay, this is the venue we're going with. Yeah. And then our wedding planner is like, oh, I used them before.
I think the coordinator was through the venue.
These,
too. I could be wrong. But.
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but it's like, oh, I've done these caterers. They all service this area. I've used them before. And so it was like, she didn't do any of the, like, what we booked and who we booked or any of that. But basically did all the work of like, where the hell do I start? It was like, here's 4 caterers I recommend. They're all good. I just worked with this one last week. Or this person has like, if this is what you're looking for, they do this the best. And then we'd still like, okay, we'll go see the caterer. We taste their food, or we, taste the cake or whatever. Then we get all that set up. Then we hand it back to her. And she just has it all there day one. Like, this is supposed to be over there. You go do that. You go. So then we didn't have to do shit. So that was a good middle ground where it's like, Lindsay, I mean, I helped a little bit, but Lindsay like planned the whole wedding.
I wanted to. Like,
but it removed the stress and the pressure of where do you start, and then having to do everything yourself on your wedding day.
Yeah.
There was this person basically going, I'll handle it, you go do your thing. I know what everything is supposed to be like happening. I'll do that. And that didn't cost that much, honestly.
If like someone in my family's pants is dropping, I want to see the wedding planner scurry across.
Correct. See, I don't think the wedding planner would do it, but the wedding planner would have someone ready to do it. The wedding planner would be like, "Go get his pants."
I agree with you. Like day of.
That's why we're like a Men in Black machine. Just wipe the memory of everyone that was there.
Perhaps your wife felt the same way, Larry, but especially I feel obviously a little bit more inclined to sympathize with the bride in that scenario. But like day of your wedding, it's like, do not bother the bride. Like leave her the fuck alone. Like no, absolutely not.
No.
I know people who like text the bride day of and they're like, I need directions. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, absolutely.
No,
you either get here or you die. Who cares?
Her bridesmaids were very good about handling all that kind of stuff. And then her mom was great with helping us plan, because we were about like a half an hour out of Muncie. That's where her family is. So, a lot of it was like Nicole, at least with being in education, having the summer off, went there early this summer, did a lot of the small stuff, like was there for like 3 weeks while I was here just being like,
chilling.
I'm a bachelor. I'm gonna watch all the Fast and Furious movies.
There'd be a number of times where I'm like, Michael, what do you think about this or this? He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, this it is. Cool, thanks.
Yeah. I was very hands-on, very invested with the food.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, for me,
that was half the fucking bill.
Dude, food
it's
is
expensive, dude.
I was like, I gotta do. Food's gotta be good, and
make sure there's enough of it.
Yeah, I was just like, gotta go over. I mean, like, I will wait like an extra year on my wedding if it means that like if that's what I gotta save up to have like 1, good food, 2, like an open bar.
That was my thing was like, I wanted to do, which really annoyed a lot of people in the planning prospect. I wanted RSVPs with options. I just like check what you want, because here's a big. And this is in general, people do this, but especially here, everyone was like, do a buffet, do a buffet, do a buffet. I was like, fuck a buffet. I don't want a fucking buffet. I don't want everybody standing in line.
Nope.
No.
You
I
sit
refused
down,
buffets.
And you chose your fucking meal.
And I was like, and even with the caterer, what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, thanks to COVID, we were kind of in the middle ground where we had the buffet style, but then because it's like, you can't have COVID, they had people serving. So it was almost like, so it's like down the line where they're like, do you want, so it was, you went down the line, they're like, do you want
tell me that that's an option.
the chicken or the steak? Do you
I was
want,
just like,
these things?
What was crazy to me was how many people told me, oh, you can't have what you want. I was like, what are you talking about? And because it was like, well, they need to know like how much food they need. I'm like, right. So I sent RSVPs, and you tell me what food you're getting, or you get whatever the fuck you get. That's how it is. Yeah. And so we did, what was it? We did chicken, beef, fish. Those were the three options. It's like, pick one. And it was fine. And then but then we had appetizers and like hors d'oeuvres. Obviously those are like, it was a mix of people walking around, which like, maybe there was some you could just go get. I really don't remember.
No, I think they were just on trays and they would walk around.
We got a lot.
We did.
A lot. Because the hors d'oeuvres are the things that, even at like a very planned wedding, usually you don't run into dinners because it's it's a number. You know what I mean? You are 100 people, 100 dinners, whatever it is. You always have extra.
You'd like ideally have that flowing throughout the
But like appetizers, man, I've been to weddings or parties where it's like, here are the they're gone.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, come on now.
There's that.
People want to nosh.
People want to drink if you drink, and they want to eat food at your wedding. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you those two things in vast amounts. But also, both of my parents used to work in the catering industry. So whenever we plan parties or something with my father, especially, he's like, oh, double it, man. I'm like, do we need double? Dad, do we really like? Especially like it's a 1 hour event, my friend. He's like, triple it. Let's go.
A lot of food in that hour.
My plans have like a 10-minute like ceremony at a church, and then from there go, and then just food and drinks and dancing our fucking ass off. And really, it's one, getting married to Jackie, but then two, a really good excuse to have all my like friends in one place, like chilling.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Larry?
I was gonna say we were pretty good on everything except we overbid, or not overbid. We went overboard on the cake.
Oh yeah.
Because we were at that point where it was like, we'll be fine if everybody shows up, but we'll be a little bit short. So like if everybody gets cake, we might be like, oh fuck, we ran out of cake.
Sure.
So it's like we have to go to the next step up, which is like 30 extra pieces. But then it was like weird because they never announced that the cake was like cut.
They never did.
They didn't serve it. They just put it in the corner.
Don't worry, I figured it out.
Yeah, you did.
They never,
it was weird.
announced.
They had us do the cake cutting. They had
Yeah.
us do the cake cutting, and then they went straight into something else. I forget what it was.
Dancing or that cake.
It was like they went.
I was eating
it was the
cake.
cake cutting into like something that involved us. I think it was like the toasts, maybe like the best man and the maid of honor. I think they did that right after.
That sounds right.
And they
'cause I
never
was
said the
eating
cake was over
when you
there.
did that.
So we just had a bunch of leftover cake. And the other thing they did is they cut all the slices, put them on plates, and then threw the box away. So we had like this like whole cake on
you're
plates
supposed to
via
save
pieces.
the top.
And just like, well, we have the top saved.
Yeah,
like we have that.
but like it's for leftovers.
But it's like you do,
fucking
but like
box.
here's a secret, wedding people, is like the cake, the tiers. That's not the whole cake. You get that, and that looks nice, and that serves X amount of people, and then you get like sheet cakes because it's way cheaper.
Yes.
So that was the whole thing. Is it was basically a whole sheet cake that was like cut and put out that nobody ate, and so we just ended up oh dude, we ended up making, or not me, but Nicole's parents it was just cake bucket. It was they got this huge Tupperware container and just threw all the cake into it. And then the next day, because we got an Airbnb that was really close to the venue.
I want to learn cake bucket.
And they brought over a cake bucket, and they're like, "Do you want more cake?" And we had lunch. We had lunch with them. They brought the food over and stuff. And then they're like, "Okay, we're leaving." And they, unbeknownst to us, we thought they left us the food.
Yeah.
They took the food. They left us cake bucket. So we went to go eat dinner, and we're like, we're in the kind of middle of nowhere, and nothing's open. And we're like, well, let's go have leftovers from the fridge. And it's like, nope, that's just cake bucket. We had to drive like 15 minutes to get to a McDonald's that was open.
That was
The phrase is like, at least have chicken, it's at least have
cake bucket. Yeah.
Cake bucket, that's fine.
Cake buckets.
Yeah, because it's just like, it just kind of all congealed together.
Sounds pretty
But
awesome.
you hit the nail on the head. My father specifically said that for our wedding. He's like, listen, anything fucks up with your cake, get a sheet cake. He told me a story about how he catered a wedding at the hotel he was working at, and the bakery forgot the cake. They're just like straight up like, oh shit, that was today? And they're like, yeah, like now. now. Like, we need that cake right now. So my father went to the bakery and took a fake, like, display cake they had in the window and was like, we'll take that one. So he posed it so that the members of the wedding would see this beautiful fake cake and the couple cutting behind it, but they were cutting the sheet cake and serving that. So I was like, nice. Well done.
It's so interesting because of all the choices that we made pre-pandemic and then all the choices that we made afterwards and just what you completely forget after being like in isolation for a year is we went to go cut into the cake and we were cutting into the bottom layer and I was like, that's the fake layer. Then when we cut it, like, oh my God, it's real. And then I was like talking to Nicole afterwards, like, oh my God, is it cake? Like, oh, the cake is cake. What?
She was a cake.
And it's just like, and it's just so interesting where it's like, I forgot because we were having those conversations about, you know, like have the real cake. And they said like, you know, you want a 3-layered cake, do the top 2 layers real, do the bottom 1 fake. And then get all the sheet cakes. And I was like, no. If we're gonna have the real cake, the whole thing needs to be real cake. Like we're not gonna lie to people, and then we'll get the sheet cakes. So then, like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, then the wedding day comes, and I'm like, wait, we did real cake? Well, I'm a fucking idiot. That's so much more expensive. 3 layers? What's wrong with me?
What is wrong with you?
Fucking sheet cake.
You idiot.
Awesome.
God, you want it all to be real.
Also, someone in chat was asking, at our wedding, I don't know if you guys have heard the story, I'm sure you have, allegedly Bernie tricked Monty into trying to take like a piece of our cake.
Well, because the cake's out.
Yes.
It's sitting there.
And we weren't there yet.
And Bernie, apparently, according to Bernie, just kept going to Monty like, hey, just get some cake, have some cake.
No,
and he was like, what?
don't do that.
He was like, eat the cake. And if there's anybody that's gonna do it, it's gonna be Monty who's gonna go, oh.
Yeah, I love
cake.
I love
like the
Monty
wedding ain't even fucking
so
started
much.
yet, or like maybe we just finished the ceremony. I don't remember at what point it was.
I think we're taking photos.
But it's just him going, hey, you should eat some of that cake.
I would have let
because there's a chance he would have done it.
I would have let it go because it was Monty.
Right.
Anyone else, you're dead. You're dead. If you eat my cake early at my wedding,
talk about like, oh, you're dead. Like my family, half, like, you know, my father's side Latinos, my mother's side Filipino. Just lots of like emotion and drama. And I know it's because like, one, you know, growing up with my family, but 2, like I remember my dad's mom didn't like my mom, so she delayed the wedding. My dad like didn't want to go to the wedding, so my dad like delayed the wedding because he was trying to get his mom to go to the wedding, and so the wedding was like an hour late. And then so, like, I remember talking to my mom. She was like, yeah, you know, there might just be some, you know, some of the family, this and that. Like, some of the family, you know, there's some issues here and there. I'm like, look, I will invite family members to this wedding if there is even, like, a hint of drama. I don't care if who you are on my family tree, if there's even a lick of drama, I am going to send your ass into a cab and send you home right then and there.
You have free range to go.
Like, I'm not going to sit there. There's not going to be a discussion or anything. Oh, there's drama? Who's in the drama? You're all out. Like, that's it. I don't care if it's a kid. I don't care if it's how old you are. It doesn't matter.
What's the signal?
There's
I got to be ready for it.
Like,
the signal is he goes, leave.
I just go,
Angels in the outfield?
Yeah,
and then I have people
also with, and I'm gonna be careful as to not give away too much information, but there was somebody attending our wedding whose wife and him are kind of on the fritz, and the day of we were doing like the rehearsal, and we were at the rehearsal dinner, and we got word that the wife was planning to crash our wedding and try to ruin our wedding.
Oh, cool.
And we were like, I was just like, if she comes here, it's like I will call the police myself, and I will beat her in the we were like, no, it's your wedding day. There's other people to do that. And I'm like, no, I want like
we were out in the field, dude. They just disappear.
Matt's like,
thrown her to the
hiding
beans.
the body.
No one would know.
Matt, where'd you hide the body?
Other than that, everything was great.
I don't know anymore.
She took the kids to the zoo. She was like that was the thing is I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, oh yeah, I've got like the
what a
phone
weird
tracker.
Yeah,
what a weird
thing.
Like, you weren't
to have to like even like
think about that.
Think about it.
Yeah.
It's just wild.
I've been to weddings like that where it's like, hey, just a heads up, like this one family member might show up and we don't like them. And I'm like, oh, do you want me to do something about that? And they're like, oh no, it's like no big deal, but just be ready in case it happens. I'm like, should I be concerned?
It's also like, look, if you're coming to wreck a wedding, it better be because of one of the people getting married.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've got a vendetta of like, I'm gonna go wreck a wedding
You're an
that someone I
asshole.
know is going to,
And not the
right?
good
Not
way.
like because of the people getting married, but because you're just gonna be there, I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah,
Like, that's crazy.
Go to anywhere else. Like,
So-
I know they're going to the bank at this time.
Yeah.
Their bank out.
Yeah, that'd be better.
See, that seems like one that's crazy, but then also like you saw it coming. I remember.
The chat said, sorry.
Yeah.
The chat said, put her in the cake bucket.
Why would they get such a reward? Getting to go hit the cake
She doesn't deserve such a treat in the cake bucket.
That's a privilege.
But
Speaking of which, where's this cake bucket? What's the?
You want to go back to Muncie?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
the cake bucket's in Muncie.
Oh man.
Matt, we're going to
so there's that where you see, you see that
Mm.
coming. But I remember going to a wedding where, and this is like one of those things like what do you even do but let it ride, where the bride's best friend like went up and did a speech, and it was like a long speech about how much like he loved her and that she was fantastic and perfect, and just sitting there going, this guy's like pretty borderline professing
Love
his love,
Actually
but like
territory,
just
yeah.
being just like, you're amazing, you're perfect,
Did he do it on cue
fantastic,
cards?
and
Is it-
you're everything that like your husband could ever ask for. I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy saying right now? Like, also like, I'm sure no one knew, and I sat there going, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
And just kept congratulating the groom on how perfect she was. I was like, this is fucking awkward, bro. And I was like, this is weird. And I'm like, not everyone is like catching on to this, but I'm seeing it right now. And Jack and I just kept going, what the fuck is going on, bro? I was like, this is, I was like, that you see coming. But that you just go, just let it ride.
Yeah.
Just hopefully it ends sooner than later.
Open mics at weddings too are dangerous. You have the
Dude,
best man
that's-
speeches
oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, but then we're like, come up here and say something.
No.
Anybody?
No,
I'm like,
I didn't think about that.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
no.
Sit down. Sit down. No.
I think there was like a talk about that in like the groomsmen room, where it's like,
was there?
Yeah, like, we could do that, and I was like, it's probably smart not. to.
It's
I don't-
it's
no.
really
I
just
wanna
opening up
remain
either
friendship.
A.
Like emotional scars. I
No,
guess.
I mean
in that
it's like, yeah, someone can say honestly, more often than not, my fear of that is just like, fuck, one person's gonna go up. That wasn't like, in the wedding party where it's like, anyone else want to say something? One person will have something to say. And you go, oh, that's not bad. Then that person will go up, and four other people go, I guess I could say something.
Like, well, you don't.
And
you
it's
don't
like,
need to.
You don't have to.
all
could,
right,
but shouldn't you?
okay,
You don't have
it's
to.
just kind of going nowhere, and you didn't prepare this. It's not even like remotely
Yeah.
prepared as a speech, and you just kind of. No one wants to fucking sit there and listen to some guest at the wedding that's not even the wedding party hold up like, all right, can we just like dance and eat food now?
Yeah.
Shut up.
And
Hey, I'm your
mouth.
dad's friend. I know I've met you 3 times.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I know you're a baby.
I remember when you were
skip it.
really young,
Just
when you were in the
skip it.
middle, and then now. Those are the three.
I remember when you were just, stroking your little wiener right before your dad's meeting.
With your non-dominant hand.
With your left hand,
And we
because
said
you
you have to
shake
use the non-dominant hand.
You just use
There you
the
go.
hand.
When you were filleting yourself with your hand.
Damn it, we come full circle. It's perfect.
But it was kind of fun having as much as it sucked to have to wait 15 months between the original wedding day and now. It was just fun to have that kind of we just don't give a fuck attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you just
having
having
Like doing
Family and friends there.
Have you guys seen Middleditch and Schwartz on Netflix? No.
I
So-
haven't seen the stand-up. I know
Of it, yeah.
I know of it. I know the
But no, I mean,
concept,
it was
but
just
yeah, I haven't
fun
seen
because they do the first one they do is a wedding thing, and so they were like trying to remember like in the thing where it's like, what is it that, like the objection kind of thing. And they're like, oh, when somebody says like, does anybody have anything mean to say? So like we added that into our wedding, like, our officiant said it like right before it where it's like, does anybody object to these two getting married or does anybody have anything mean to say? It's just like, we don't fucking care. It's our wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh, sorry.
there's like, the one guy who's like, I get it in the back. And I'm like, good for you.
I was in a bridal party
him out
where at
here,
the
he
end
can
of their like vows, the couple exchanged
Drama.
Hellraiser quotes, and I was
nice.
like, I get that reference. Y'all are nerds. But
Yeah.
Good on you.
That's
Love together.
we were very honest with each other. She told me she was going to call me a weirdo in her vows, and she did. And I told her I was going to talk about Marvel, and I did, and that was the way it went.
So
Mhm.
thus, it was kind of both on you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, that's why I called you a weirdo.
Yeah. Mhm.
My
I was-
plan is,
You
my plan
won.
is to just gaslight the shit out of Jackie at her own wedding.
So like
Do whatever you
having
want.
been at
Yeah,
wedding
right.
and talking
Oh,
about
whatever.
wedding issues, I'm ready to throw down for Jackie. Do I throw down Alfredo? I'm like, no, not today. Come on,
I
it's
don't
your
know.
wedding day.
Okay,
Come on.
I don't know.
No.
Choose a side. Civil War.
Only
That's
truth.
when I object.
Oh man, am I cap or not? I don't know.
Two innocent guys gonna walk away from this
We're
wedding.
walking out of here.
I mean, especially like,
I open the door and there's a horse and carriage, and I go, it's ready to go. They're fed. They're ready to ride.
Go for mine.
So mine that it says
just a-
Jackie and Alfredo. We can etch that out later.
That's great. Well, especially like, I don't know, at a wedding, I'm a little hypersensitive about making sure people have fun. But when I've been drinking too, I get really defensive about my friends. So I'm like, especially Jackie at a wedding, I'd be like, who wants to fight?
Well,
Like,
don't
no one wants to fight.
don't be
Lindsay. I'm like,
drunk
don't.
in the middle of the ceremony.
That too, yeah.
Drink after the ceremony.
I've-
Just so you know.
I mean,
Get married.
I've known
Pre-game
Wait till the
brides.
party.
I've known brides and grooms who are drunk
Holy
during their
shit.
I don't think
ceremony.
anybody got drunk beforehand. Casey had a good time after.
Casey
and
did
then,
have a
and
good
then
time.
ran through a field.
Yeah.
Nice.
You gotta,
She run through a field.
gotta
Yeah.
wrap it up here.
Glad of yourself.
Chomping at the bit. I assume. I don't know. Larry, what is it like?
We're always
What
the thing is
is
that
it like
people get mad at
waiting
us
in the
because like
wings?
you guys are being nice and you're like, hey, Post Team starts around 4:30ish. And we're like, no, we start after off topic. You guys go as long as you want. Like, don't get mad at us. you know?
It sometimes comes the other
We're
way.
trying
too,
to be
though.
nice, but they're trying to be
Like,
nicer than you.
Yeah,
Nice
it's like,
like,
why are you still going the Post Team?
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like ebbs and flows.
Like
I just
the
don't know. I
Taylor
assume that
home fable.
it's all digital, so it's not as hard to put my brand on. But
Usually-
I imagine
so-
you guys are backstage,
so
just like
I can
peeking
tell you
behind
right
the
now-
curtain, just waiting for it to
I can tell you right now is
getting ready to go
because
out.
Sarah's on this
RTX
one.
and
Sarah's always got her audio settings wrong, and so she's super happy that we're running late right now. Where Jaren's like, I give you every fucking time you're on this. I give you the. He's much nicer about it than that, but he's like, Sarah, like you wrote this down, right? She's like, I wrote it down. I'm doing the exact same thing, and he's like checking all the settings with her. He's
played
like,
it on Monday.
You're not doing the
you
exact
go.
same thing. Like this is wrong. But
Just
so
like, I don't know. I mean, I'm going through all the steps. I stepped on Gabu again. It's just
Stop. Oh, yes, ninja.
she's like, luckily, and I checked my 10-foot vicinity. There's no dogs here. I got nothing to step on. It's both a blessing and a curse. Man, what really gets me going in the morning? Stepping on a dog. But
Damn.
it's probably better that I don't.
Every morning.
Yeah, it's someone, but it's
like my coffee.
key point though, like someone else's dog. Not
Yeah.
yours.
They're not hers.
no, never yours.
Yeah.
But
It's just like you gotta, tell people don't go bringing your dog
They
out.
take the dog away from you if it was yours.
That's
But I mean,
true.
yeah, no, we're not chomping at the bit. It's just always like someone glances over, like, are they still going? Yeah, they're still going. Cool.
Nibbling.
But now, hopefully, that extra
Yeah.
2 minutes gave Sarah enough time.
Enough time to get her audio
Adjust
set
her
up.
audio. Do you know what they're playing?
We're doing Gardic Phone.
Are you playing this?
I'm going to be there late. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
You kept saying we, and I thought it was the royal we, and then Larry
No,
said,
no.
me.
No. I'll be there.
Me.
I'll be there late. Because I was here.
I gotta take
Yeah,
a
we're
royal
playing.
weed.
Yeah,
Wrap it up.
yeah.
All right, well, that's it. That's off topic. Larry, thank you for joining us. Again, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Congrats.
I got, broadcast, get the PTZ. Get
Oh.
going.
Whoa, are they ready for that?
There it is.
Oh, she put a ring on it.
Oh, all right. Hey, end of show. We're live throughout the week on RTTV. Maybe you figured that out by now. It's every day, weekday at least, of the week, every week. Quite some time.
boy!
what the fuck?
Quite some time now.
What?
Also, be sure to watch Camp Betrayal. And if you're watching this live, which hopefully you are, stick around for the AH Post Team. I have an inside source that says they're going to be playing Gartic Phone, but you might not see or hear Sarah, depending on how much time she's had to.
Oh, in chat, Caden just said, Sarah, get wrecked.
I saw that.
LOL.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Hey,
Got her.
hey, Sarah.
Nice.
You got. You know what I'm saying? Catch you next time on Off Topic.
Get
All right.
Cake Bucket.
Yeah, pants
Dude,
down,
yeah,
everyone.
Cake Bucket.
Pants down. Let's go.
I need Larry. Can you just record a clip where you just say Cake Bucket?